This week's episode was a technical mess. I set it up all wrong. I thought I would try to do multiple cameras, and I got my green screen messed up and it didn't work out. So I thought, so I spent most of the week trying to edit it up and making it look good, and using various things to try to fill it in and make that background all black like I wanted it, and I ended up with a mess. So I decided I'll just put up the mess. People can get some entertainment out of the out of the oopses. And so here we are. Welcome to One Old Man's Opinion. I'm the old man. We seem to have a little problem with a petulant president. President Trump, this message is for you. You're all insulted and hurt and angry because we don't believe what we're being told about the list. But just in case you haven't been awake for all of this, we don't believe it because somebody's lying to us. Somebody is. And if you believe it, then somebody's lying to you. And if Pam Bondi believes it, then somebody's lying to her. But we were teased about it during the whole campaign, and the Attorney General went on TV and declared that it was on her desk for review, and now we're told it never existed. Horse feathers. Nonsense. It may have never existed, or it may exist and it may have had so many violations of chain of custody that it's unusable as evidence. But the people want to know. They don't care so much about what's on the list as the fact that somebody's hiding it from us, and we don't really appreciate that. We're angry. And I voted for you 5 times. I've given money to your campaigns. I'm still your supporter. You can pretend to throw me under the bus if you want to, but that won't work. But if you want to have credibility, if you want to be believed, if you want your own supporters to be happy that you are not BSing us, then you need to track this down and deal with it. You need to find out where the lie starts and whack it good. And in the meantime, you can make this all better. Just find yourself one Obama appointed judge and one Trump appointed judge, and get them together with the raw data, like, for example, the flight logs to the Fantasy Island, and have them unredacted, and have them redact all the trips that didn't go out to the island. Those could be legitimate business trips. And what's left is the list of everybody that flew out to the island. If they didn't know what they were getting into, they're dumber than a brick, and they deserve to be smacked anyway. And you just release the list of everybody who went to that island, and you're off the hook. But in the meantime, we've been lied to. We don't like it. Now, most of your policies we do like. That's why we're going to continue to support you. It would be nice if you were, let's say, more believable than the last guy. Anyway, that's all I have to say about that. Mr. Billionaire. Maybe the richest guy in the world, maybe not. You need to kiss and make up with the president. Yeah, the big beautiful bill had a bunch of spendy poo crap in it. But you can't show up in Washington, D.C. and figure you're going to fix everything in a few months. You got it started. That's the big deal. And we just need to keep going with it. And it needs to keep going in perpetuity because governments, more than anything else, like to govern. That means they're try to have power over us. We don't much care for that. Not only that, they're spending our money right and left, which is probably the part you care about the most. And we need to get that turned around, and it can't be turned around in a couple of years. It's going to take all the rest of this term, and hopefully, if we don't piss it all away, it's going to take all in the next couple of turns. And we're going to have to be careful to put people in place who will pursue it. But, yeah, I think you misunderstood the challenge you were facing when you decided to tilt at the federal windmill. So, man up. Get on the phone. Call up President Trump. Tell him, okay, I was wrong. Make up. We need you. We need the president. We're all in this boat together. Unhappy as that sounds. Or maybe it's not unhappy. I was once a Democrat. Card-carrying, dues-paying Democrat. And I'm registered as a Republican, even though I'm more of a libertarian than I am a Republican. I would register as a libertarian, except they can't seem to organize a picnic, so I have to go for the next best thing. Anyway, that's not the point. The point is, stop being an idiot. A third party can only screw things up. You can't make it better. You need to get back on the horse and work with the current situation and take it forward. So, that's all I have to say about that. Ta-da! Oh, hello. Welcome to segment 3. Today, for segment 3, I'm just going to kind of predict which direction it's going to go from now on, or going forward shortly. Mrs. Old Man suggested, why don't you just do hamburgers? You're such a hamburger guy anyway. So I thought, well, when I think about it, if I go through the full range of hamburgers at all the hamburger places I know about, I could probably do hamburgers once a week for a year. Thanks to the sharp eye of Mrs. Old Man, I came across an article ranking hamburgers, and so I kind of thought, well, give it a look. And I didn't really agree with the methodology, but I thought, maybe I should do that myself. And so I wrote down every hamburger joint I could think of, which turned out to be 17 that I knew that I looked them all up. I looked up all the hamburger joints I could think of to make sure that I was only dealing with hamburger joints that had at least 100 sites. And of course, some of them have like thousands upon thousands. Places like McDonald's do. So that if I mentioned a hamburger, at least there would be some people who would know what I was talking about. And off the top of my head, I came up with what are my current 5 faves, not in any particular order, because whatever's my favorite of the moment might change based on however the wind's blowing and what I feel like that day and which one I can get to even. So the 5 faves I've got right now are Five Guys, Shake Shack, Fatburger, Whataburger, and In-N-Out. And I'm going to try to review all of those. And then I'm going to try to review the top of the line for every hamburger joint I know about. And then I'll work my way down maybe to the middle burgers and then down to the entry-level burgers, because frankly, I am such a burger fan that I even like the entry-level burgers, and I have been known to eat too many of them. just because they are. So that's where things are going to go next week. I think we'll review an In-N-Out burger, which is going to be about an hour and a half each way, because our nearest one we have is about an hour and a half from here. So I will be investing at least some time in this effort. As it happens, this next time I'll be investing Mrs. Old Man's time, because she volunteered to go get me an In-N-Out burger, because I haven't had one in about a year, and I got to talking about burgers, and I kind of wish I had it. So here we go. She's a sweetie. And well, there it is. Coming next. Next up. Tune in next week. We'll review In-N-Out, or at least my opinion of In-N-Out hamburgers. I have not. I'm not tempted to review cheeseburgers, because I don't like cheese on my hamburgers, and boy, and that's probably going to alienate half the country. But life is tough in the fast lane. So until then, rise and mit Gott.